It's time for the Chicken Raiser Strategist.
Hi, I'm the Chicken Raiser Strategist, and nothing beats lateral thinking to come up with fresh insights. I have 17 hands, but do I really know them? No. All I know is quantitative data, just like most marketeers do today. Today I'm going to give you my 3 tips on how to use consumer intel to find opportunities during COVID-19. Today, we're constantly being bombarded with quantitative data, from consumption figures to mobility reports from all kinds of sources.
And since COVID-19, it seems everyone became an expert in statistical analysis. Even those who always hated math and still have a hard time calculating a percentage.
So my tip today is get to know your consumers by looking for deeper insights rather than just looking at data.
How do you do that?
Brands and businesses are under a tremendous pressure today, and nothing beats lateral thinking to come up with fresh insights. I do it frequently while working on my tiny farm. I have 17 hens, 1 rooster, 2 small chicken, 6 chicks. They eat about 40 kilos of seeds every month. They gargle 4 to 6 times for every sip of water. They lay an average of 7 eggs per day. But do I really know them? No. I don't know the way they think, their fears, their needs, their aspirations. All I know is quantitative data, just like most marketeers do today. Tip number 1. Look for behavior over attitudinal data. And this is even more important during this pandemic, because in stressful times like the ones we're living, fear and peer pressure tend to make people say one thing and do another, even more often than they already normally do. Tip number 2. Look for outliers. Looking at behavior data helps, but another thing that helps is to look for outliers instead of averages. Averages are always hardly representative of anyone, and that is especially true in disruptive situations. The reason for that is the degree of different reactions tend to increase in disruptive times versus normal everyday life. That is especially visible with COVID-19. Some people are desperate to jump headfirst into their old normal, and some are just on a wait-and-see mode, and others are more defensive. Opportunities lay in these different reactions rather than in a fictional average person that numbers tend to create. So, pay more attention to outliers and don't just look at averages. Tip number 3. Forget trends. Trends are excellent indicators of trends, and that is great in evolutionary contexts. But in disruptive times, whatever actions consumers take today may change tomorrow, because consumers are mainly living in the moment as a way to better deal with the fast-changing events they're facing.
I hope no one believed the rush to buy toilet paper was the first sign of a new trend.
I'm not saying we should look at data or trends. Not at all. What I'm saying is, at this point in time, it's much more useful to look at data as a psychologist or a behavioralist rather than as a pure mathematician, because it is much more likely to find opportunities whilst looking for insights behind the numbers than on the numbers themselves. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram with contents on marketing, communication strategy, and obviously my tiny farm. See you there.